So please come to the case of Kirpal Singh and state of UP. Mehboob Shah versus Emperor was the case decided by Privy Council, and the Kirpal Singh case was decided by the Supreme Court. In this case, again, Supreme Court refused to infer common intention to murder. Try to this. That case was important because that was the leading case decided by the Privy Council on the same point. On the same point, Kirpal Singh. But now the forum has changed. It is Supreme Court where Mehboob Shah was Privy Council. So please, out of following cases, in which case difference was explained by the Supreme Court, so don't mark Mehboob Shah versus Emperor. This is the case of Kirpal Singh versus state of UP. So come to the facts of this case. In this case, one morning in their fields, the accused person saw two other laborers named Man Singh and Sher Singh going through that way. जो accused persons हैं, जो appellants हैं, उन्होंने क्या देखा? दो लेबरर्स हैं, दो मजदूर हैं जो कहाँ जा रहे हैं, उस अपने रास्ते से जा रहे हैं, उन्होंने देखा उसको. सही है. कब का वक्त है ये? सुबह का वक्त है. हाँ, क्या होता है फिर? The appellants abuse them and ask them no. So this is Kirpal Singh. This accused saw the two laborers named Man Singh and Sher Singh going through that way, and उनसे पूछते हैं सवाल कि where were they going, कहाँ जा रहे हो? ठीक है. जवाब आता है they were going to harvest sugarcane field of Jeraz. So this is the situation. Visualize in your mind that two laborers are going through and they were asked by the appellants or accused persons, where are you going? And what did they reply? They were going to harvest sugarcane field of Jairaj. जयराज के गन्ने के खेत को हार्वेस्टिंग में काटने जा रहे हैं. तो क्या जवाब मिलता है? दिस इज appellants abuse them, उनको गाली बकी जाती है, and ask them not to go and work there. वहां जाने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है, ना ही कोई वहां पर काम करने की जरूरत है. But Man Singh and Sher Singh did not listen to them and proceeded on. जो दो लेबर हैं, मान सिंह और शेर सिंह, ये अपनी रास्ता बना के रखते हैं, बढ़ते हैं आगे और मना कर देते हैं. When they had gone only a few yards, appellants rushed at them and started beating. तो इन मजदूरों की पिटाई होनी शुरू हो जाती है. कौन करते हैं? जो इस केस में एक्यूज हैं. कौन करते हैं? जो अभी अपीलेंट्स हैं. अपीलेंट्स होने का मतलब क्या है? कि वो लोग अपील में आए हैं. इसका मतलब नीचे से कन्विक्शन हुआ है, इसलिए वो अपील तक पहुंचे हैं. यहाँ पर समझ में आ गई बात आप लोगों को? तो यहाँ पर वो क्या कर रहे हैं? What they did, they are beating the laborers. Why? Because they were going to the field of Jairaz. Why? Because for harvesting his field of sugarcane. So this is what accused person saw, abused them and asked them not to go and work there. Then on their refusal, rushed at them and started beating. This is the case so far. Then these Bhupal and Kirpal, these are the names of the accused persons. One is what? Bhupal, other is what? Kirpal. They beat with the handle of spears and Shiraz with the lathi. Jairaj also arrived and asked as to why they were beating his laborers. He also stopped them from beating. अब ये जो भोपाल हैं, जो कृपाल हैं, वो किसको पीट रहे थे? लेबरर्स को पीट रहे थे. जयराज भी वहां पर पहुंचा. जयराज ने क्या कहा कि क्यों मेरे आदमियों को मार रहे हो आप? एंड देन उससे बाद में क्या होगा? देन द शिराज हिट जयराज ऑन हिज लेग्स विद द लाठी. ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड दिस. ये द एक्यूज शिराज किसको मारा? जयराज को मारा. क्यों आया था जयराज? जयराज अपने मजदूरों को बचाने के लिए आया था और इसी उसमें उसको मारा किसने? शिवराज ने. कहाँ मारा? लाठी से मारा. कहाँ मारा? पैर पर मारा. एंड ही फेल डाउन एंड कृपाल स्टैब्ड हिम विद हिज स्पेयर नियर द ईयर. कान के पास अपने गंडासे से मारता है कृपाल, दूसरा एक्यूज. एंड नाउ भूपाल स्टैब्ड विद स्पेयर ऑन द लेफ्ट जा. बाएं जबड़े पर मारता है भूपाल. Put his legs on his chest and extracted the spear blade from his jaw. और से खींचता, यहाँ पर मारता है गंडासा. और उसको फिर खींच देता है। तो कितने अक्यूज हैं? शिवराज, कृपाल एंड भोपाल। दीज थ्री अक्यूज पर्सन्स आर डूइंग थ्री डिफरेंट एक्ट्स। तीनों जो अभियुक्त हैं अलग अलग काम कर रहे हैं। एक ने लाठी मारी पैर पर, एक ने मारा स्पेयर कान के पास में, और दूसरे ने मारा जबड़े पर, उसको फिर मार करके फिर खींच दिया उसको जबड़े को। समझ रहे हैं बात? नाउ कम टू नेक्स्ट। जयराज डाइड विद द कमिंग आउट ऑफ स्पेयर ब्लेड फ्रॉम जॉ। जैसे ही उसने बाहर निकाला स्पेयर, जयराज डाइड फॉर दैट। The High Court upheld the conviction for 30234 IPC for committing the murder. Now, according to High Court, this is the case of application of section 34. It means what? This is, see this. It means what? The victim, Jairaj, died because of the injury caused by the Bhopal. But because of section 34, even Shivraj or Kripal will be treated as they have committed the murder of Jairaj alone. शिवराज ऐसा माना जाएगा कि शिवराज ने अकेले ने खून किया था। कृपाल को ऐसा ट्रीट किया जाएगा जैसे कृपाल ने अकेले उसका हत्या की हो, मर्डर किया हो। जबकि किसके काम से मृत्यु हुई है? भोपाल के काम से हुई है। अगर हम इनको इंडिविजुअल ट्रीट करें, if we treat their acts separately, then Shivraj should be punished only for the causing this leg injury. Are you getting this point? Kripal should be punished for his act, and Bhopal should be punished for committing murder. If these three accused persons are treated differently, it means if the section 34 is not applied, they will be punished only for the act committed by them. Okay, so it is to be seen what is the essential element of 34? Common intention. If there is a common intention, then all the three accused persons can be punished, convicted and punished for the offense 302 read with section 34. But if section 34 is not applied, they can be punished only for the acts done by them respectively. Please raise hand अगर ये बात समझ में आ गई आप लोगों को तो this is High Court held this. High Court held this is a fit case for 34. But what the Supreme Court says? The case went in appeal to Supreme Court, and Lordships of Supreme Court observed, now having regard to sequence of assaults. Please see this. Having regard to sequence of assaults, जिस तरीके से हमला हुआ है उसकी सीक्वेंस को अगर ध्यान में देखा जाए, the parts of the body on which assaults of Kripal and Shivraj were aimed, उन हिस्सों को देखा जाए जहां पे कृपाल ने मारा था। कृपाल ने कहां मारा था? दिस इज कृपाल ने नियर ईयर मारा था, कान के पास मारा था। और शिवराज हिट ऑन लेग्स। इनको देखा जाए एंड द एक्चुअल रिजल्ट्स ऑफ दीज असॉल्ट्स एज अबव इंडिकेटेड। इट मींस अगर इन तीनों को देखा जाए सीक्वेंस, इफ वी सी द सीक्वेंस ऑफ असॉल्ट्स, if we see the injuries caused by Kripal, injuries caused by Shivraj, then it is difficult to attribute to either of them any intention to kill the deceased. Kripal was not intending to kill Jairaj. Shivraj was not intending to kill Jairaj. And nor it is reasonable to suppose that on the spur of moment common intention of three appellants, which was at first merely to beat the two laborers, developed suddenly into common intention to kill Jairaj. ना ही ये माना जा सकता कि the earlier common intention is what? Earlier common intention of all the accused person was to beat the two laborers. There was a common intention, but that was limited to beat the laborers. It was the Jairaj who appeared at the spot suddenly. So therefore Lordship said it cannot be supposed reasonably that that common intention developed suddenly into common intention to kill Jairaj. This is not according to, see, Lordships of High Court differed. Now High Court, Lordships of Supreme Court are differing on this. So you may have your own opinion. What we are trying to understand you will have to accept the reasoning of Honorable Supreme Court. Whenever there is a verdict, there a case, you may differ or not, you will have to do naman to Supreme Court. Ji, say whatever Supreme Court has said, it's final. In this case, if there is no common intention, it means there is no common intention. What is the reason? That in according to Supreme Court, the common intention was to beat the laborers. Jairaj intervened. In this sequence, it cannot be held that common intention which was to beat laborers suddenly developed into common intention to kill Jairaj. This was not the case of common intention to kill the Jairaj. Therefore, they cannot be. Therefore, we are unable to uphold the view taken by the High Court that any common intention to kill the deceased can be attributed to the three appellants. So, therefore, only common intention that can be attributed to that three appellants insofar as assault on Jairaj is concerned is what? The common intention to beat Jairaj. The common intention was to beat, not to kill in this case. And therefore, they can be punished only for causes grievous injuries. So, this was the case of Kirpal Singh. Now, what is the significance of this case? Significance of Kirpal Singh is what? The same as in case of Muhammad Shah versus Emperor. The only difference is that case was decided by Privy Council. This case was on same point, similar intention and common intention. This case was decided by the Supreme Court. In this case, common intention was to beat the laborers and to beat the Jairaj also. But Lordship said there was no common intention to kill Jairaj. So this is what. Now you can see the questions on mains. You can see the question in mains, है ना. मेंस में क्वेश्चन आप देख सकते हैं इसमें आपके यहाँ पर कि ऑन दी फैक्ट्स ऑफ दिस केस, कृपाल सिंह के केस में, इफ यू कैन सी द ए बी सी एंड दिस, तो प्लीज रिमेंबर द फैक्ट्स ऑफ द कृपाल सिंह एज वेल एंड प्लीज रिमेंबर द फैक्ट्स ऑफ महबूब शाह वर्सेस एम्परर बरिंदर कुमार घोष एज वेल. नाउ कम टू द नेक्स्ट केस. दिस द केस ऑफ पांडुरंग. The distinction between similar intention and common intention was brought forth by Supreme Court in Pandurang versus State of Hyderabad. This is the third very important case on the same point. Distinction between similar intention and common intention. Case का नाम क्या है? Pandurang versus State of Hyderabad. In this case, what happened? In this case, please you read your notes on the same point, but just note down the name of this case. Pandurang versus State of Hyderabad. And fourth case is that is Rishi Dev, that is on the some different point. See this. Common intention may develop on the spot. Now because see we have seen the meaning of common intention. It was this. Common intention means what? Pre-arranged plan, prior meeting of mind. But it is not a sine qua non. It is not a rule that it should be always prior to the act. It means what? Even on the spot it may develop. And this was explained in the case of Rishi Dev. Rishi Dev Pandey versus State of UP. What is the case of Rishi Dev Pandey versus State of UP? In this case, it was held that for the application of section 34, what is required? Common intention. But common intention के लिए it is not necessary that it should be very very anterior to the acts. जरूरी नहीं है कि जिस समय वो क्रिमिनल एक्ट किया गया उससे बहुत पहले कोई सुविचारित योजना दिखाई जाए. ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि उसी समय देन एंड देयर तत्काल कॉमन इंटेंशन बनी. एंड दिस इज ए क्वेश्चन ऑफ फैक्ट टू डिटरमाइन कि हाँ ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि देन एंड देयर कॉमन इंटेंशन में डेवलप देन एंड देयर ऑल्सो. इट वॉज एक्सप्लेन इन केस वॉट? Rishidev Pandey versus State of UP. You will read the facts from your textbook or your notes. So these are the 3-4 cases on the point of common intention, similar intention, and development of common intention at the spot. Don't forget the cases, name of cases. Now come to the next very important point. This is what they say this is. I again take you to the Bare Act language, where a criminal act is done by several persons. See the language. Criminal act is done by several persons. It means यदि कोई आपराधिक कार्य कुछ व्यक्तियों द्वारा किया जाता है, अगर if it is done means there should be participation of the accused persons. Now the topic is, for the application of section 34, whether it is necessary the accused should be present at the spot or not. क्या ये जरूरी है सेक्शन 34 के एप्लीकेशन के लिए कि एक्यूज वहीं पर जहां पर घटना घटी वहीं पर उपस्थित हो? क्या नियम है इस बारे में? व्हाट इज द लॉ इन रिगार्ड दैट? दैट इज व्हाट, विद फिजिकल पार्टिसिपेशन और प्रेजेंस. Say this. Now the topic is what? Physical presence and active participation when necessary. There are two words. Physical presence at the spot, घटना स्थल पर आपकी भौतिक उपस्थिति, and second word, active participation means you are participating in the crime when it is necessary. So this physical presence of the accused at the place of occurrence is essential for the application of section 34. This has been the general rule. ये सामान्य नियम रहा है कि फिजिकल प्रेजेंस एक्यूज की होनी जरूरी है प्लेस पर. तो इसमें देर आर लिटिल बिट मॉडिफिकेशंस, वी विल लर्न इट, बट व्हाट इज द मेन रूल? जनरल रूल ये है दैट फिजिकल प्रेजेंस ऑफ द एक्यूज्ड एट द प्लेस ऑफ अकरेंस, जिस समय घटना घटी जहां पर क्रिमिनल एक्ट किया गया, द प्लेस वेयर द क्रिमिनल एक्ट बीइंग एग्जीक्यूटेड, बीइंग कमिटेड, योर फिजिकल प्रेजेंस इज मस्ट फॉर द पर्पज ऑफ सेक्शन 34. Getting point or not? So this is law, and for that purpose you please go to Shri Kantia case of Shri Kantia versus State of Bombay. Very important case on this point. The accused was a public servant in this case and he was charged under section 409, read with section 34. Section 409 IPC means criminal breach of trust by a public servant. See, section 409 is what? Criminal breach of trust by the public servant or banker or agent. ठीक है ना? This is what it means. What? Someone was entrusted with the property, someone was entrusted with the property, or he was in the domain of some property and then he misappropriated that property. This is the general law of the criminal breach of trust, and he was in the either the public servant or some kind of agent. So in this case accused is a public servant and he is being charged for this. It means he committed criminal breach of trust along with the other persons. That is why, because several persons means section 34 means several persons. Now who is the accused here? The accused was in charge of a government depot. As a public servant he was in charge of government depot. His companions permitted government stores to pass out of the depot. It means some goods, whatever removal goods, this is what, whatever the goods were in his possession, they were permitted to be taken away from that depot. तो मैं उसका इंचार्ज हूँ एज ए पब्लिक सर्वेंट और मैंने ये परमिशन दे दी कि भाई निकालो माल गोदाम से. समझ रहे हैं बात ये? नाउ क्वेश्चन यहाँ पर ये है, द एक्यूज हैड अबेटेड द रिमूवल ऑफ द गुड्स by planning it with his companions. जो अदर सेवरल पर्सन्स हैं उनके साथ मैंने एक प्लानिंग की और उस योजना के तहत गुड्स वर रिमूव्ड एज पर द प्लान. Although there was no evidence that he was present, Shri Kantia was not present at the spot. When the goods were removed, Shri Kantia was not there. Although it is in my knowledge, it is in my planning, I am there, I am sharing everything, but I was not present. The question was this, whether section 34 can be applied in this case or not. So in this case, Shri Kantia, it was held that accused could be convicted for abatement but not for charge under section 409 because evidence of planning could only prove charge of abatement and not of actual participation. According to the court, what the accused did, that he only participated indirectly. His act was what? Abatement. because he is not there, therefore we cannot say कि he was actually participating. 409 में they said it was not the case of actual participation. केस का नाम क्या है? श्रीकांतिया. Now later on, see this was the observation. This is in which case it was held. You can be asked question like this. Essence of section 34 is that accused must be physically present. So in which case it was held, the physically presence is must, Srikantiya. In which case difference between similar intention common intention was explained, महबूब शाह. समझ रहे हैं आप? इस तरीके से पूछेगा. And the actual commission of the offense and must also participate in the commission of it. So this is the requirement of section 34. What? Physically present and participation. Physically present and participation. ठीक है जी, पढ़ते रहिए. Now, he need not be present in the very room of the offense is committed, but must be near enough. Try to understand this. Same was the fact in Virendra Kumar Ghosh. This line was also कि he need not be present in the very room. In case of Virendra Kumar Ghosh, the accused Virendra Kumar Ghosh was standing outside. तो उन्होंने यही कहा कि यह आवश्यक नहीं है कि आप उसी रूम में उपस्थित हो, जरूरी यह है कि यू आर नियर एनफ, आप पर्याप्त रूप से पास में हो वहां पर. ये सच एज स्टैंडिंग गार्ड एट द गेट, गेट पर आप चौकीदारी कर रहे हैं, देख रहे हैं कोई आ तो नहीं रहा वार्निंग के लिए, है कि नहीं है, ये हो सकता है. But he must be physically present and actually participate in the commission. This is important. You were physically present, like the Virendra Kumar Ghosh was there. He was participating, but only thing was he was not inside the room. That doesn't matter for the purpose of section 34. So in this case, Lordship said that no, this was not the case of 34. He need not be present in the very room, but must be near enough. समझ में आती? But he must be physically present and actually participate. This is the requirement of section 34. कर लेंगे आपने? Now change. Now there is a modification. Now the modification in the stand of Supreme Court, and for that case, the later case is what? J.M. Desai. This proposition has slightly modified by the Supreme Court in J.M. Desai versus State of Bombay. So now this is the latest position. What has J.M. Desai said? So there is a series of Srikantiya mein kya kaha? No, it is must. But now they have come with the modified version, modified law. In case of J.M. Desai versus State of Bombay. Again in this case, what is this? J.M. Desai was the managing director of Dyeing Concern by the name of the company, entered into a contract with the Textile Commission undertaking to dye a large quantity of cloth which was supplied to the company for dyeing purposes. आपके पास these are in your notes as well. So basically J.M. Desai is the managing director of a company and they have taken clothes for dyeing from the Textile Commissioner, while the remainder was some quantity of cloth was dyed and delivered to the Textile Commissioner, while the remainder was not so delivered in spite of repeated demands. So this was the case again. Therefore managing director and second director was prosecuted against section 409. Again this is the case of criminal breach of trust. समझ रहे हैं आप ये? What was held in this case? It was held to invoke section 34 successfully. Participation of several persons in doing the act and not merely in its planning. But this participation need not in all cases by physical presence. See, what is important? Participation of several persons. Now court said कि what is important? Whether the accused participated in the crime or not. Gist of the section 34 is what? Participation of several persons in doing the act. Means they must be participating in planning and there must be participation. Both you should be engaged in both things. Planning यानी कि common intention and then participation. But This participation need not in all cases be by physical presence. It is not necessary that you are participating physically. In offense, now they have categorized offenses. In offense involving physical violence, it is necessary. Presence is required. Savarya, in cases of physical violence, you must be at the spot, participate. Physical present भी होना चाहिए. But in other cases, such is not the in case of diverse act which may be done at different times and places. अगर offense ऐसा है which can be done at different times and different places requiring diverse acts, so it is not necessary that you should be present there. What will be seen whether you participated in the offense or not. So now they have come to what? That qua physical violence you should be at the spot. But in some cases where it is non-violent cases, where what? It is, but such is not in the case in respect of other diverse act. अन्य प्रकार के जो कार्य हैं वहां पर जरूरत नहीं है, जहां पर which may be done at different times and places. It means physical presence is not required in every case. It is a question of fact whether it was required or not. What will be seen? Common intention will be seen. What will be seen? Participation will be seen. Regarding physical presence, it will be decided by the court whether it is the requirement in this case or not. कर लेंगे आप लोग. तो दिस इज द केस JM देसाई, श्रीकांतिया वर्सेस JM देसाई.